Call to order the regular city council meeting of January 6, 2026 at exactly 6 p.m. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Werner.
Present.
Councilman Gleason.
Present.
Councilwoman Leonard. Absent. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Present.
Mayor O'Connor.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Please stand and join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Additions, deletions, or modifications to the agenda? I believe we have one.
Yes, Mr. Mayor and members of the council, I would respectfully request that you consider when you get to item A, that it be tabled to the February 2026 meeting.
May I have a motion?
Is that an applicant request?
It's also an administrative issue, sir, to ensure compliance and completion of their application.
Oh, okay.
May I have a motion?
I'll move the continuance of the SPR 2025-04 site plan review, item A under public
I
hearing.
think we need to move to table it.
Table it. Well, oh, we're not setting a date?
Well, you would table it to February.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I called it continue, sorry. That's
Please.
California speaking. Table it to the February meeting.
Thank you.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Councilman Gleason. Roll call. Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you. Let's move forward with presentations and proclamations. We
Sir,
have,
you have public comments?
oh, yes, of course. I'm actually going to start public comment by bringing up the captain to give his public safety report. And then we can get him back to keeping us all safe.
Like the way you're thinking, Mr. Mayor.
Let's get it done.
So before I turn my back on all you fine folk, I want to I hope you all have.
Yeah. There goes the neighborhood.
Thanks, Captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Good. Very nice to see you again. I'd seen you for about five and a half weeks. If my wife didn't throw me out of the house, I probably would have retired, but I missed you guys that much, so I'm back. All right. So listen, I want to give you guys, and this goes to everyone here, I want to give you guys some really, really good news. I'm going to give you a quick, comprehensive overview on the numbers and the stats on 2025. Now, a lot of the other numbers are still working through the system, the strainer for the UCR numbers come out, but these numbers are really, really good for all intents and purposes for us tonight.
This is a year in review.
This is going to be a condensed
Year in review.
model of it all. UCR numbers will come out. We'll get the final federal stats. But 2025, we've had this is Wood, right? No violent crime in the city of Westlake.
Wow.
Robberies, stabbings, homicides. There was a situation occurred the other night. It was outside the jurisdiction of Westlake, but that's all been handled, has no impact on Westlake. So let me tell you, I've been in the business for 35 years. 35 years, I can't believe it either. And I worked for municipalities before I came to the sheriff's office. And even in a little sleepy old town like Palm Springs, we had some violent crime because we were pocketed right in between Lake Worth and Green Acres. And the bad guys, as you well know, have no jurisdiction, right? So wherever the fight breaks out is where they're gonna get it done. So I'm very, very happy about that because I know the residents are safe. There's been no violent crime. I want to keep it that way, and we're going to do our very best to make sure that stays that way. All right, no home burglaries. How many? Someone know off the top of their head how many homes we have now in Westlake?
3,600-ish.
3,600. Very nice, very well kept home, and not one home burglary.
Maybe
To report.
3,300 between somewhere there.
I'm thinking maybe 30,000, right? That's even
Yeah.
better. But not one. So please keep locking your doors, keep the lights on, keep talking to your neighbors, all right? We are each other's keeper. Vice Mayor, again, you've asked me about those home checks. I took it very seriously, as you know. You realize that we are at 902 residential checks. It's not too bad. In between everything, 902. Isn't that great? We don't have to worry about calling us, and we got you. We got you. All right? One auto burglary out of all the vehicles in the city, and unfortunately, one stolen vehicle, and that vehicle was left open. Okay? So we don't blame victims. We don't blame victims to a vehicle, to a stolen vehicle, and one auto burglary. Okay? I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good, thank you, thank you. And listen, the applause and the accolades go to those deputies. And I'm gonna say this, and I mean this. It also goes to each and every one of you. Because the support that I get, we get, the sheriff's office get from you all, including the community, is unbelievable. That's why deputies like that, they get it done. They're engaged. They feel welcomed. They feel appreciated. Think back when we had children. Children behaved very well when they felt loved and appreciated. Hey, listen, we're all a bunch of kids. We're just dressed up differently. We just want to be appreciated. And this is the product you get. These deputies are working hard for you, not just because they're afraid of me. They really want to serve you. Okay? So, yeah, other than that, it sounded like I was bragging, but we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Any quick questions I can answer for you?
What does UCR stand for?
That's the Universal Crime Report. That is the data that's collected. You think you're going to trick me up on that?
No, I wanted to know.
The,
I like acronyms.
That's all been collected through our UCR. All the analytical data gets built up and then goes through the federal reporting, and then it comes back down once the numbers are vetted, they're clean, and I'll share that with you. I don't really use that as a trophy and tout that too much because things could change. I come up here peacocking saying, hey, no crime. We're great. And we get a rash of burglaries by a couple of knuckleheads that are cruising through the area. What am I going to say to you then?
Right.
What happened?
Mhm.
Right? So we're all in this together and we'll get you through it. Anything else?
You need anything from us?
Yeah, I do.
What do you need?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Really, just keep doing what you're doing. It's a pleasure to serve you. I mean it.
Thanks for all the great
Okay.
work, Captain.
Thank you,
All right.
Captain.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Chief, come on up. Let's get you home. See?
Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a nice holiday. I'd like to request that I go before Captain. I don't have that much energy at the end of the day. I feel like we need to, break in a song. All in this. Remember that song? All right, so for the month of December, we had a total of 61 emergency responses. The average dispatch handling time was 41 seconds, average turnout time was 44 seconds, average travel time was 5 minutes and 3 seconds, for a total overall average response time of 6 minutes and 28 seconds. And I don't have anything else unless anybody has any questions.
Nope.
I do.
Sure.
Where are we with having the seals placed on the?
The seals are in production.
Okay.
And then as soon as we take possession of them, we'll set it up, pick a day that we can do that together and either do it here or at Station 22. And we'll do an unveiling, excuse me.
I love it.
That's great.
Yes, but they're in production, so we're moving forward. That will be nice.
Thank you, Chief, for all you do. Anybody have any questions for Chief Romero? No?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay, now let's open up for the public. Do we have any comment cards?
Yes, we do, Mayor. We have Miss Marjorie Perry.
Ms. Perry? Would you just state your name and address for the record?
Marge Perry, 5351 St. Armand's Way.
Hello?
Just want to know, as a city, as a council, collectively, individually, what do we think about in Project Tango? Do we have any input on Project Tango?
You just took the words out.
Project Tango, what is that?
AI data center.
Would it be appropriate to comment?
No, sir.
What's that?
No.
No.
Okay. I would be more than happy off the dais to give any one of you my personal opinions on Project Tango I've been instructed by counsel, it would not be appropriate for us on the dais to discuss it. But you've got my email, you've got my phone number. I'd be happy to give you my thoughts, and I've looked into it deeply. So,
I too would be willing to do that.
okay. Any other comment cards? And thank you for your comment.
Yes, Mayor, we have Mr. Bobby Farber.
You gonna do it?
St. Armand's Way. I don't know the number.
Right. I wish I would have been able to talk when.
No, but I still need you to say it though.
4829 St. Armand's Way. When Captain Sam was here, I was out the other night doing a survey on street lighting here the other day, and I noticed that there are nothing but, it seems cars are coming out and doing donuts everywhere. So the streets seem to be marked up and there's circles all over. I noticed them on town signs at Parkway South and some other places. So kind of, they could step that up at night. I'm sure these guys know how to do it when it's around, but I am noticing that, and you can see the tire marks everywhere.
You've already mentioned it to him?
I did not.
I will.
You know, so I did see it the other night. On the street lighting end of things, there were 55 lights out. There are 33 now, so we got 22 of them fixed. I got.
Wow.
There's a few on Persimmon. The biggest problem is out west in the commercial area where they've put lights up and they just haven't hooked them up yet. So I'm going to do what I got to do to get that fixed, but you know, it is looking better. On the interior, when you drive around outside of a little bit on Persimmon, the whole place is lit up now, so there's nothing out there.
Great.
And then just a comment, the holiday market. I wasn't very impressed.
Okay.
I did speak with the city manager about it.
What were your concerns or thoughts? Was it,
We hired a
was it
deep-
location?
Well, first and foremost, I mean, we didn't get a turnout with city council. I understand people go away and do things, but you know, I know that's your little baby. I was there. I was expecting to see you. I was expecting.
Yeah, I was somewhere for the Florida League.
Yeah, but that ended on Saturday, but
No, it didn't for me.
I didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
But I did see Peg Richardson over there and, you know, she seemed very frustrated. She wanted somebody to maybe make some type of comment or open it up or whatever. She actually asked me and I told her, unfortunately, I'm not in that kind of a position to do it. But you know, little things, you know, just, it wasn't very holiday markety. I don't like when everything is put off to the side, like the Santa and one snow globe that was there. Eric, I believe, showed up. DJ wasn't needed, maybe some holiday music pumped in through it. Again, it needs to be, and like I've said always, there's no Westlake branding. There's got to be branding there. Peg should also be in the front. There should be one banner we use that says Westlake Holiday Events. And it has to be there when everyone walks in. So, that's just my thoughts on it. And that's it.
Well, I appreciate the feedback.
Question for Mr. Farber.
Yes.
Do you have any further updates on Seminole Pratt Whitney lighting?
I don't have it now, but the call is in. I am waiting for a call back, and with the holiday and everybody going around, it's just been hard to get people together. So hopefully next month I'll be able to.
Okay, because last month there was supposed to be some progress that.
Yeah.
Expecting.
I have seen some of the trucks out there. I saw them a few days doing some work out there, and when I did discuss it with Scott Massey and them, I mean, he did confirm that they are doing prep work for it.
Okay,
So something is moving, but not quick enough, obviously.
right.
Do we have any other public comments?
We do not, Mayor.
Anyone? We'll have another opportunity at the end of the meeting, but no? Okay. Let's move forward. Presentations and proclamations. I have a proclamation here declaring January 19th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, that I will now read into the record. Whereas the civil rights movement of the 1960s has profoundly impacted the course of American history and continues to shape the direction and debates of our society. And whereas one of the great leaders of that 20th century movement is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., whose dream is no less inspirational and important today than when he first expressed it more than 50 years ago. And whereas even with the gains of the civil rights movement over the years, there are many goals and needs that must be pursued to continue our commitment to achieve justice in our society, including a commitment to economic justice in the face of increasing disparity between rich and poor. And whereas, as we look forward to the future with optimism, Inspired by Dr. King's legacy and informed by his wisdom and vision, let us rededicate ourselves to keeping his dream alive and be reminded that we are united together as one community. Now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the people of the City of Westlake, I, John Paul O'Connor, Mayor of the City of Westlake, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby officially proclaim and recognize January 19th, 2026, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Be it further proclaimed by the City of Westlake that this proclamation is duly sealed, ribboned, and approved by the members of this council. Give it up to Dr. King. All right, next, let me do this in order. We have declaring January 27th, 2026 Holocaust Remembrance Day. Whereas the United Nations has designated January 27th as an annual international day of commemoration in memory of the victims of the Holocaust. And whereas January 27th, 2026 marks 81 years since the liberation of the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp in German-occupied Poland, and whereas the Holocaust, which resulted in the murder of 1/3 of the Jewish people, along with countless members of other minorities, will forever be a warning to all people of the dangers of hatred, bigotry, racism, prejudice. And whereas with the official commemoration of the International Holocaust Remembrance Day, we promote Holocaust education throughout the world. It is imperative to firmly speak out and oppose hatred and actions to attack, murder, or commit other heinous acts against people because of their religion, race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, disabilities, or other qualities of their personhood. And whereas the International Holocaust Remembrance Day has been set aside to remember the victims of the Holocaust, as well as to reflect on the need for respect and non-discriminatory acceptance of all peoples, and to overcome intolerance and indifference throughout learning and remembrance. Now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the people of the City of Westlake, I, John Paul O'Connor, Mayor of the City of Westlake, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby officially proclaim and recognize January 27th, 2026, Holocaust Remembrance Day. Be it further proclaimed by the City of Westlake that this proclamation is duly sealed, ribboned, and approved by the members of this council.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Consent agenda. This section of the agenda consists of routine or administrative items that require final approval by the City Council and may be approved in its entirety by a single motion. There will be no discussion of these items unless the council member requests such, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered on a future agenda. May I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Mayor, I have a question on one of the minutes.
Okay,
Don't necessarily need to pull it, but it's the minutes for September 2nd. And on page 3 of 4, it's talking about, the city manager was explaining that it would likely operate, and they're talking about, what are they talking about? The fitness park pathway, that it would be operated from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I was wondering, what if a group wanted to have an event that might go past the 7 o'clock time? Because during the summer, we have daylight longer than that. And that's my question.
okay, just for the record. And we could answer the question, but it doesn't affect the minutes themselves. are good,
I
right?
thought.
All right, so we have a first and a second. Let's vote on the minutes and then we'll adjust.
Okay, cool.
We have a motion by Councilman Gleason, second by Councilwoman Leonard. Roll call. Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yeah,
Motion carries 5-0.
So, thank you. So now the question is, if a group or event wanted to have an
Use
event
the-
at the fitness park
right. Beyond 7
at
o'clock,
7 p.m.
during the summer when it's daylight still.
So although, I mean, the park is a function of SID. SID owns the park, they operate the park, they maintain
Right.
the park. I think the city can set guidelines in terms of
Can,
timing,
can request.
can request, but ultimately it's up to city.
Okay,
So I think that would be a question best suited for maybe our next workshop,
Okay.
or maybe just give Ms. Abner a buzz.
All right.
Next week.
fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Moving forward. This is, all right, so we pulled A, we tabled A. So moving forward with B. I'm sorry. We modified.
You tabled A,
we
so you're
tabled
now
it.
on
Did we
B.
ever approve the agenda as modified?
Yeah,
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
I don't recall a motion to approve the agenda as modified. I know we modified the agenda.
For the consent agenda.
Yeah, no. We
For
tabled
the-
it. We had additions, deletions, modifications. We had a motion
We should
to
approve,
table,
yeah.
but we never had a motion to
Approve
approve
it.
the agenda as amended. I'm sorry, we need a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
I'll move approval of the agenda as amended.
Second.
Good catch, Mayor.
1 second. We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Councilman Gleason. Roll call. Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes,
Councilman Werner.
Yes,
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
excellent. Now, if the record's clean, we have before us MSP 2025-03. The applicant is requesting master site sign plan approval for Pod G North, to be known as Town Center West, located west of Seminole Pratt Whitney Road, south Town Center Parkway North and Town Center Parkway South. The site plan includes 2 previously approved pod entry monument signs and 6 ground signs arranged in 2 sign groupings at the north, east, and south entrance of Pod G. The subject applicant includes 5 waivers. City attorney.
All those individuals going to testify during the course of this hearing, please stand and be sworn in. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please proceed.
Before we proceed, let's go ahead and disclose any ex parte
Correct.
communication. I, for once, have had none. Any of us?
I've met with, Don Hearing with a presentation online.
Okay.
I had a conversation with Mr. Herring as well.
Any other ex
As I
parte?
did.
No? Okay. Let's move forward. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. For the record, Santiago Cleaves, planner for the city of Westlake. Before you, MSP 2025-03, master sign plan for Pod G.
Click it back. The bottom one? I get from
The applicant is requesting a master sign plan approval for Pod G North, to be known as Town Center West. The plan includes 2 previously approved pod entry monument signs and 6 ground signs. The subject application includes 5 waivers. The total site area is 57 acres. The future land use downtown mixed use, and the zoning is mixed use. A little background: on April 1st, 2025, the City Council approved the plat for Pod G, including North Parcel C, where Lowe's will be located. On August 5, 2025, the City Council approved the application SPR 2025-02 with conditions for the retail sales and services known as Lowe's. On October 27, 2025, the City Council approved the application MSP 2025-05 for the master sign plan for Lowe's, which included 6 waivers. As mentioned, the applicant is requesting approval for the master sign plan for Pod G per Chapter 113. Includes 2 previously approved non-residential pod entry monument signs. The application number is DS Amend 2018-01 and includes also 2 ground signs grouping at 3 different entrances. The subject application includes 5 waivers. Here's the waiver table. And here's the location of the proposed monument signs. The previously approved non-residential pod entry monument signs are located at the corners of Seminole Pratt Whitney, facing Seminole Pratt Whitney, and the other ground signs are located at the 3 different entrances. The applicant is requesting the following sign waivers. The first waiver is to allow 2 ground signs per entry monument sign. The maximum number of signs per code is 1 per access entry. The second waiver is to allow minimum distance between ground signs of 2 feet. The code requires a minimum distance of ground sign of 60 feet. The third waiver is to allow a maximum width of 17 feet and 2 inches. The code allows for a maximum width of 15 feet. The fourth waiver is to allow a minimum width of 3 feet and 10 inches. The code requires a 50% equal to the sign height. So the sign height is 13 feet and it will be 6.5 feet. The fifth waiver that is cut off here, the applicant is requesting to allow 10 tenants per sign face. The code allows for 8 tenants per sign face.
Can you go back to the picture? Nope. Sorry, no, you were there. Forward.
Monument.
The monument signs. That's where the bulk of the waivers are, correct?
Next slide.
Yeah, next slide. This is where the waivers.
I know this describes the waivers, but where the bulk of the actual waivers we're talking about are in the monument signs with the 3 things.
In the
and
next
you want to go from 8 to 10?
So now the next
No.
one. So this is the proposed
Yes,
ground
this is what
sign.
I like to say.
Yes. So on those sign faces, the small ground sign, that's where the tenants can have up to 10 tenants.
Can you speak clearly?
Up to 10 tenants, they can have on those ground signs. The code allows for 8.
Up to 10 tenants. 3 signs. Are we really expecting 30 tenants in there?
That's one.
No, 10.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry.
You're not, wait till you have your presentation.
It's 10 tenants in total.
10 total tenants.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know,
In
5.
the overall, in the 3 little signs, there's gonna be 10.
Today's waivers are tomorrow's precedent, so let's understand exactly why this is not, I just want to understand
Yeah.
it. I just want to,
At the end of this PowerPoint presentation is actually a rendering of the sign.
Sir, identify yourself.
sorry, name and address for the record.
Osnian planner for the city of Westlake. At the end of this PowerPoint, you'll see a rendering. If you can go to the end, maybe answer the mayor's question. It'll be easier to identify the records. So each line would be a tenant. So it could be,
Oh, this one's going to be big.
it depends, but again, up to 10, they can have total. The code now would allow only 8.
And what's, as staff for the city of Westlake, what are your thoughts on this?
It's consistent with other waivers that the city has approved for other
It is?
tenants. Yes, and we have actually addressed the code to up the number of tenants.
We have addressed it?
Yes,
So then why would it be a waiver be necessary if we've already
the applicant is still within
above?
the applicant's request to request any waivers is built into the code. For instance, they're requesting 2 more based on this specific development.
What was our max sign requirement previous to us upping it?
So before it used to be 6.
And then we
upped
made it
to
8.
8.
And now they want
And-
10.
Correct. And now the applicant's requesting 10, so it's difference of 2.
All right, so putting what the applicant wants aside, what is your opinion as planner for the city of Westlake?
Based on the size of this development, this is a 50-acre development. We feel that it's appropriate based on the number of tenants.
All right.
This is not a small development, so we feel it's appropriate and have no objections.
Staff thinks it's appropriate. Okay, good. Continue, or is that it?
Yeah, that was the previous slides. It's just showing a little better the signs. If you go 2 more. This is the Totem, which has town center, and then the next one.
Pretty.
This is the ground sign with the tenants. And then the next one is the previously approved non-residential quad entry monument sign. And then one more. This is the renderings. And then based upon the facts and findings, the planning and zoning engineering department have no objections.
Okay, do we have any questions for staff before the applicant comes up? No?
So
I thought this
there
was the applicant.
This is staff.
bays or businesses? on
Applicants
that
next.
Look, is that why we're upping it? Because we have 10 opportunities for businesses to be at that location? Like, is that why?
I didn't know that.
Yes, so potentially you could have 10 tenants within the development. It's so big, it's a 50-acre piece. So yeah, all the tenants could be advertised there.
Could we have more tenants?
No, it will be up to, the
Yes.
10 will be, the sign will limit to 10.
Right, but I'm just saying if we
It
have
could be
more.
more.
Yeah, more tenants,
So
but
should
just not
we
more.
consider More? I'm just, no? Okay, I'm just,
Based on the applicant's request, that's
That's
what
what
they're
I
requesting.
requested, yeah.
okay. All right.
The applicant has a presentation. If you could please state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council members. For the record, Donaldson Hearing here tonight on behalf of Minto PBLH LLC. And it's a pleasure to be here. Happy New Year, first meeting of the year. So we'll walk you through the plan sheet, pulling up my
Real quick, Mr.
PowerPoint.
Green, was this the meeting that your staff was trying to get me to sit
Yes,
down?
it was, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Got
sir.
it. Okay, so I apologize if I have any
That's okay.
questions. We'll do it on the fly.
Not a problem at all. We'll walk you
Great.
through it. And Catherine Rosmel with Lewis Longman and Walker is also here with us tonight and can certainly help answer any questions. Are we working here?
No, I have.
There you go. You can go to the next one. We move right on. So parcel G is, as Osno pointed out, it's over 50 acres in size and is located west of Seminole Pratt Whitney and sits in between Town Center Parkway North and Town Center Parkway South. You can go ahead and go to the next slide. This is parcel G with the Lowe's development, which was approved back in September. So that's the entirety of it, and you can see the areas that are designated as future development. So to answer Commissioner Leonard's question, there could, very likely will be 30 or 40 tenants at some point in time on this parcel. And then typically the way that it works is that the larger occupants, the anchors of each of the individual tenant bays or restaurants, freestanding restaurants, I know everyone would be interested in. Those are the types of tenants that would end up going out on the ground signs that we're talking about this evening. You can go to the next slide. This is just a aerial showing you what it looks like today. The median or the roadway that runs through the center of parcel G. So we're looking from north to south across the Lowe's site. And you can see that access road is under construction. And with our permits with Palm Beach County, we'll have a right turn lane in, and there'll be a southbound channelized median open go west into the subject site. So as was pointed out by Santiago, tonight we're really looking at what we refer to as 3 sign compositions. They are classified in accordance with your code as 2 individual signs each, but we, from a designer's perspective, we have a totem element, which is intended to be a branding piece that we have throughout Westlake, and then we have a ground sign behind it, but we see it as one composition. Under your code, though, it's considered as 2, and that's why we're asking for 1 additional sign at each of the entries in question, 3 entries, 1 on Seminole Pratt, 1 on Town Center Parkway North, and 1 on Town Center Parkway South. And you can go to the next slide. These are the non-residential pod entry monument signs that are already approved, similar to what we have there. They will say Westlake Town Center, as we have Westlake Town Center on the east as well. This is Westlake Town Center West, and you can go to the next slide. And then this is the composition. So this is the composition that shows the kind of the entirety. This is 2D. I'll show you the 3D that we had prepared, but it consists of the totem, which is street frontage, and it's intended to be a vertical expression. So it's 3 feet 10 inches wide by 13 feet tall. It's consistent with the height requirements of the code. But believe it or not, we have to have a waiver because the width of this particular sign doesn't meet the minimum width. The code would state that it has to be 50% of the height, meaning it'd be 6.5 feet versus the 3 feet 10 inches. And again, we're looking for that vertical expression, but we actually see this sign while it is separated from the second sign as really a composite. So it's two signs technically, but visually you'll read it as one. The landscape's all integrated in, and then the ground sign has 3 small panels. It's very, very small. So this is intended really to be controlling signage rather than having the large signs that Publix perhaps would has at its entries. We want it to be smaller and more Westlake branded, as this is the town center. And so there'll be 3 signs. They're 16 square feet each. So just 4 by 4. And these are the areas where you could end up having, you could have just one tenant on one sign. You could have, 4 tenants on the next and then 4 tenants on the other, which would be 9. Or you could have any combination thereof to a maximum of 10. And we really don't want more than 10. With signage, you want to make sure that you can visually see it quickly, recognize it. And if you have too much, then nobody can see it. So that's really the intent on what we have. And you go ahead and run to the next slide. That's the totem. We reviewed that. We can go ahead and go to the next. This is the ground sign, again, all intended to be in composition. This is 17 feet 2 inches wide. And of course, it's got 2-foot gaps in between each of the signs, but technically this is a waiver because the maximum sign width is 15 feet. So, I mean, there's a gap in between, but our height is significantly below the maximum of 15 feet. It's only 7 feet tall, and the copy area is well below. We're really just trying to have a very, very clean statement, and even the landscaping is designed to kind of pick up on the theme of what we've got. And
How's it lit?
They'll be internally lit. So these will be internally lit signs. So this is what it looks. This specific image is the image at the entrance on Seminole Pratt Whitney. We'll have a similar sign at Town Center Parkway North in the median going into Lowe's. And then we'll have another one on Town Center Parkway South, basically on the east side of that entrance road coming in. They'll be exactly the same. Landscaping theme will be very, very similar. We'll have the totem, the base or the area that's gray, be the same type of stucco treatment, the granite stucco treatment as you would have coming in the lodge here on the columns, and then the very simple panels that you see. And so there is an example that would get you to 10. So there are 2 on the first. One would be Lowe's, and then the top one would be the large parcel to the south of Lowe's. And then the smaller ones would be for those that would be coming and basically being fronting on the lake. And
Who manages and operates this? Is it?
that would be managed by the POA. In the same way the POA manages every sign out
So I
on Westlake.
have a question. How is the landscape lighting done?
Landscape lighting is not on the signs. It's landscape lighting internal as you go up on the sides and up the median, but not on the signs are actually internally lit.
So actually, I'm not sure if you know, but we've recently adopted a schedule in terms of lighting the city, certain colors for certain events. We do cancer, we light our monument signs, and we've actually adopted a schedule as an act of this dais. Do you
That's
think?
for public lighting though,
Yeah, I don't think so.
not private.
Well, those signs are still managed by, the monument signs are still managed by the same POA.
We will certainly, it will certainly raise the question with the Minto team. And see what they're saying generally.
See if we're gonna
It's
paint the town green for St. Patty's Day. I think it would be cool you know, to have some real
Right,
consistency.
we'll certainly talk with them and see if that's something that could be
I mean,
accommodated.
all the monument signs look the same. I think that
Right,
would be
yeah,
a great.
in this case, the monument sign is not illuminated, but all the landscaping is as you go up.
Yeah,
Dan.
I wonder if that's something we could squeeze in there.
We could certainly ask. We would ask that it not be a condition of the approval, but. we
Obviously,
certainly would
yes,
ask,
but
yes.
I think it would be a good idea.
Yes. So that's the sign. I think I have another rendering right here. There you can see how it looks at, you know, standing back. So relatively low scale and just trying to create a branding look. The royal palms are already in. You'll start to see the rest of the landscaping pulled the case. There's some really interesting things happening in the landscape here. So we got some new species that you haven't seen
Yeah.
before that we're adding. So it's going to be really exciting and very nice. And so I think is that the last slide? There you go. One more slide looking in there with the lakes on either side of it. And so we would request your approval. If you have any questions, we're happy to discuss them.
Do we have any questions for the applicant? Let's
I
start
know-
with Mr. Gleason.
Yeah,
I-
that's different.
I've spoken to you about this, the quad, the square quad.
Right.
All of our signs are,
Right, so a question came up, in the very back sign, maybe you can go back one slide, there you go. You can see there's one slide there where there are four that are in a quad. And the councilman suggested that it might be visually easier to read if they were all consistent horizontally.
and
And I
it's
don't,
more
I
in
don't-
line, it's more in line with what we have out there.
I don't see an objection to that request. Certainly understand the logic of the visual consistency.
Yeah, doesn't bother me either way, but, um,
My turn?
sure.
If you keep that same slide out, you did say that those signs are internally lit. The Lowe's sign looks like a canister sign with a plastic interface. It's removable.
They'll all basically be internally lit and illuminated like the signs that you see in Westlake Land.
Well, channel letters could be internally lit too.
Right, but it just not really effective for this type of
That's what I'm trying to
application.
get to. So when you get to the other signs, the 4 and the 4, is there going to be any consistency in color or typography of those signs? So it doesn't look like a hodgepodge?
So the response to that is if a tenant has a nationally branded logo and color scheme, we would go with their nationally branded color. So if it's Starbucks, it's going to be the green, you know it's Starbucks. If it's Panera Bread, you know it's Panera Bread. If they don't,
Are
then
those two possibilities?
no,
we
neither
have a Starbucks.
neither of them are.
I don't think we need another Starbucks.
Yeah, I point those out because they're such nationally branded that all you need to do is to see the green and you know what it is.
Understood.
But if it's not, then everybody would have a consistent font.
So, okay,
If
and
they don't
that,
have a nationally
and
branded,
that consistent color or typography would be what?
I don't believe that that's been defined.
So is that something the city can add as a condition here?
That's something that we could define. Catherine, do you see?
Isn't that in our sign code already? If it's not a national logo, it all has to be the same font?
Yeah, and my guess is we probably would be looking at the white with the black, which is what you're seeing represented here. But I think if it's not a nationally registered tenant with a trademark, we'd be more than open to having a consistent font and a consistent color.
Okay, so would you be agreeable to a condition to that effect?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
The condition would be that it's consistent.
Consistent.
Okay.
Probably it'll be white, but
Outside of a national brand.
Right, just that it's
Other
consistent.
non-national brand signs
Yeah.
would be they would all be consistent with the others that are out there.
yes,
Are we doing that currently with the other signs in the other
Yeah.
plaza?
we
So
do.
what is the color and the consistency now?
There's no color specification, just that they should be consistent.
So,
Just that they're all the same. So like, for instance, in Groves Plaza, when we approve their signs,
Those are black and white.
everybody who's not a national brand has the same font and the same.
and what is it? That's what I'm asking.
No, I guess it would go what looks best on there. You don't want to you don't want to predetermine, you don't want to say everybody's got to use teal, because if it's a teal building, then you won't see
No,
the sign.
no,
Right.
is it, all the signs are black lettering on the signs, like,
These, it could be either or, but it would,
Right.
I think we can agree to do the same. It would either be something like a teal with the white push-through copy as an
Right,
option, or
that's
the
what I
white
think
with
would
the
look the
black.
best, but.
It's gonna be
so I guess my question is, are we currently following that same?
within each respective development,
Right.
they choose what that color is.
The only condition is that it is consistent.
Okay, but it's different from each plaza.
Correct.
That's correct.
Right.
That was it. Thank you.
Any other questions?
No, I'm good with that, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I do have one more question.
sure.
On that same three-part sign, if it was squeezed together as one sign, 12 feet in width, you wouldn't need a waiver, would you?
No, sir, you would not.
Okay.
This wouldn't be as nice.
Just want to make that point.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's open up the public hearing and ask if we have any comments from the public on this specific issue. Nope. Okay, public hearing closed. And if there is no further comments, I would like to entertain a motion to approve with the following two conditions. One, that the sign be consistent, the ones that aren't nationally branded logos, and that they're all horizontal rather than a quadrant. If that's what everybody's okay with.
I'll move approval of the proposed sign plan with the two conditions specified by the mayor.
Second.
Would that also include the 5 waivers?
Yes,
As
with the
presented.
waivers as requested and recommended by staff.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Vice Mayor Langowski. Roll call. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes,
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Excellent. Moving forward, we have second reading of ordinance 2025-10, chapter 111 and chapter 101, zoning text amendment, recreation indoor sport court. City attorney, please read by title only.
Yes, sir. Ordinance by title only, an ordinance to the City Council, City of Westlake, Florida, amending the City of Westlake Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 101, General Administrative Provisions, to revise Section 101-1 definitions and acronyms, to establish a definition for recreation indoor sport court, and amending Chapter 111, Parking, to revise Section 111-192, General Provision, including amendments to Table 111-192, entitled Required Off-Street Parking Spaces, to establish parking requirements for recreation indoor sport courts, providing for codification, conflicts, severability, and effective date.
Osneal,
Thank you, Mayor.
what you got for us?
For the record, Osneal Leon, City Planner for the City of Westlake. Before you is second reading of ordinance 2025-10. This was approved, the first reading was approved by council on December 2nd. There have been no changes from the first reading. The staff recommends approval. If you'd like, I can run through it, but there has been no changes from the first reading.
Well, let's see if we have any questions from the council. This is second reading. What do you got?
sorry. To Osneal, have you looked at the traffic analysis on this change?
Traffic analysis.
Yeah, we have an attachment, don't we? Yeah.
The, yeah,
Because we're changing
the traffic
parking.
engineer reviewed the new use and recommended that it for approval. So yeah, it was reviewed by our traffic engineer.
No, I understand that. I'm asking whether you've seen the diagrams.
I'm not a traffic engineer, so I just rely on.
Oh, I'm just
their-
curious. I'm not either. And I even met with a traffic engineer one time
Yeah.
trying to explain it to me, and I still don't understand it. I'm hoping maybe you would.
I'm not a traffic engineer, so I wouldn't be even try.
I'd like to have another opportunity to meet with the traffic engineer sometime. Does anyone on the board here understand those diagrams?
No, but I mean, the logic is that only 4 people can play on a court at any given time.
I don't
So
have
this
an
type
issue
of
with that
use
either, but-
is just logically prone to have much less traffic Because even if every single court was occupied, which if you've ever been in there, it's not, you know, they might have one court here or no courts. The traffic, this is actually doing a great service to the traffic, if anything, because it's going to reduce it by a ton. So,
That was it, Mayor. Thank you.
yeah, no, you're welcome. This is quasi. Let me open up for public hearing and ask the public if they have any comments on this specific item. Seeing no hands, I'm closing public hearing, and I will ask my colleagues for a motion to approve.
I'll move approval of ordinance number 2025 -06. 10.
2025-10.
-10 as recommended, and as previously approved in the first reading.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Vice Mayor Langowski. Roll call. Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Excellent. We have before us first reading ordinance 2026-01, an ordinance amending the city's land development code to establish procedures for reasonable accommodations and review of the approval of certified recovery residences. City Attorney, read by title only.
Yes, sir. Ordinance by title only, an ordinance of City Council, City of Westlake, Florida, amending the city's land development code by creating a section to be determined entitled reasonable accommodation, providing for intent, purpose, and definitions, providing for the establishment of procedures for the review and approval of certified recovery residents, providing for reasonable accommodation to conform with legislation, providing for severability, codification, conflicts, and providing for an effective date.
Do you want to give us any kind of comment on?
Yes, sir. Give you,
Real quick, Madam Clerk, do we have a charger for the iPad? I'm down to 5%. I've never seen it go this quickly. Sorry, go ahead. While she's working on that, City Attorney.
this ordinance is before you because it's mandated by the Florida legislature. They passed a law that became effective in July 2025 that requires that municipalities throughout the state of Florida create an ordinance to be starting in January 2026 to allow a procedure for reasonable accommodations. So basically, the key provisions of the new law require that, as I said, cities in state of Florida, everyone, must establish procedures for review and approval of a certified recovery residence within its jurisdiction. The ordinance must include a process for requesting reasonable accommodation from any local land use regulation. The ordinance must be consistent with the Fair Housing Amendment and Title II of the Americans with Disability Act. The ordinance must establish a written application process for requesting accommodation. The ordinance will require each local government to date stamp each application request upon receipt. If additional information is required, the local government must notify the applicant in writing within the first 30 days after receipt and allow the applicant 30 days to respond. The ordinance will require the local government to issue a final written determination on the application within 60 days after receipt. If a final written determination is not issued within 60 days after receipt, the request is deemed approved, unless the parties agree in writing to a reasonable extension of time. The ordinance will require that the application include basic name and contact information. The ordinance may not require public hearings beyond the minimum required by law to grant the requested accommodations. So you have before you this ordinance which sets up a procedure to address recovery residents that, keep in mind, are licensed by the state of Florida, the Department of Children and Families. The city does not have any licensing or any enforcement over the operation. This is addressed only to the zoning content of our land development code. So also what I'd like to bring to your attention, under the state law that was passed, The application of this section, that's referring to the new law, does not supersede any current or future declaration or declaration of condominium adopted to pursue Chapter 718, any cooperative document adopted pursuant to Chapter 719, or any declaration of covenant adopted pursuant to 720. So I don't know.
Those are preemptions from the state, is basically
Yes,
what you're saying? Right.
So the new law is subject to those existing declarations.
Right.
So it's before you on first reading. We're bringing it primarily, solely, if you will, for the purpose of complying
With
the
state
state law.
statute. Okay.
We don't have any applications pending. All we're doing is complying solely with state law.
Okay, any questions on this item?
I have a
Thank you.
question.
I had conversation with the city attorney about this and posed several, what I would consider adjustments to the legislation or to the proposed ordinance notification, et cetera, other conditional use permits. And all of those options apparently are not permissible under the state legislation. But one last question I would ask of the city attorney.
Before you ask it, I think it's important that we be very broad as to not open the city up to potential. Everything that we talk about has to be in compliance with the Fair Housing Act and all those things. So we got to
Right.
tread very lightly with public questions to the city attorney that could maybe land us in hot water as a city.
I can answer those. I can field those questions.
I wasn't planning on it.
I'm just, I don't know.
All right, I don't.
Got it.
I noticed in the legislation, there's or in the proposed ordinance, in the event of an appeal, there's notification granted or required to within 300 feet of the proposed location. But I didn't see a similar notification to the same 300-foot radius when the application is filed. Did I miss that or what?
No, sir. It's an administrative proceeding. So the notice can go out, but it won't come before this council.
No, I understand that, but I'm thinking in terms of residents in the area that might feel that they're affected one way or another by this proposed licensing, that they should at least be notified that it's in the works.
Okay.
Because on appeal, there is a provision for notice.
We can certainly, if you wish to make a motion to amend it, we can include that. Yes, sir.
Okay, if the council is agreeable, I would suggest, excuse me, that at the time of application, that the applicant either the applicant has to notify or the city would have to notify those surrounding property owners within 300 foot.
I would make it the city because the applicant under the state law is not required to do that.
Okay, fair enough. And that would be part of a fee.
We can look into that.
Okay.
I'd have to get back to you.
Yeah, I mean, why should the city have to pay for that process?
Well, because they're not required to do it anyway.
Even so.
I know. Well, I'll look into it.
Okay, appreciate it.
So is
Just a
that
question.
something we're gonna make the motion
I
for now?
I would like to suggest that.
We'll bring up between
Can I just
first
get
and
a
second.
clarification?
Yeah, absolutely.
So a recovery residence, can you define and clarify, does that include just sober homes? Is it just specifically?
There is a definition in the state statute, but it's not referred to as a sober home.
Okay, so it encompasses many recovery.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Is alcohol recovery considered part of that?
Yes. It's the certification under DCF.
Okay.
So, sorry, just to clarify, am I entertaining a motion to amend it to include Councilman Werner's suggestion
If-
now? Or are we doing it between first and second reading?
I would ask if you wish to entertain it, that a motion be made and then you either approve it or deny it.
I mean, if that's within our scope, I like it.
Yeah, I'll make that motion, Mayor. I'll move approval of proposed ordinance 2026-01 as recommended and amended with the condition that there be a 300-foot notification provided to properties within 300 feet of the location, proposed location.
By the city. By the city.
Oh, what?
By the city. The city was,
But, well, yeah, it needs to be that way.
I'll second that.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Vice Mayor Langowski. Roll call. Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski. Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
What's this?
Motion carries 5-0.
Yeah, but that's just the motion to amend it.
Okay,
Right.
good.
Now we have to open for, now that's amended, we can open up for public hearing.
Yes, sir.
Madam Clerk, do we have any comment cards on this item?
We do not, Mayor.
Do we have any comments from the public on this item? Ms. Torres,
Yes.
please state your name
Hi,
for the record.
Perez, 5847 Whippoorwill Circle. I know we have some kind of, I never remember the verbiage, but it's like a sex offender cannot live within a certain distance from a school or something like that. Does this supersede anything like that? If one of these
Totally
residents,
different situation.
wouldn't there be overlap at times?
No, ma'am. This is a separate statute and it doesn't address sexual offenders. That's a totally different subject, totally different regulation.
This is more like drug and alcohol.
I understand, but
She's
what if
saying
you get the
sex
one
offenders
person
do
who
both.
was,
This-
yes.
Somebody who does
This would
both.
not give, this would not give them the ability to supersede our existing rules and regulations regarding
Okay,
sexual
And each category
predators and
would
offenders.
apply to them in that category, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
This does not create a haven for offenders.
So you would be
We
okay
have no
over here.
choice. I understand it's
Yeah.
a state mandate or whatever, but I just was curious. Okay, thanks.
No, great question. Thank you. Mr. Farber,
The 4829 St. Armand's Way. Are we talking about a drug and alcohol recovery within our, any particular 12 subdivisions?
City.
no. What,
The
the-
whole city.
Okay.
it's the
No.
whole
Whole city.
what this is the state is forcing us to adopt, actually, go ahead, city attorney, I'll let you explain it.
It's procedure for an application for reasonable accommodation to operate a recovery residence.
Okay, so it would be some form of building, whatever it is,
Resident.
a
Could be my-
residence. But again, it could be anywhere or is it, oh, it can be anywhere.
Yes, sir.
But in my conversation with the city attorney, and I think you were
We
also
have to be
just
careful too.
saying this, that it does not supersede HOA bylaws. So contact your HOA, alert them about this ordinance and see if they can do anything that might protect the HOA.
Okay, or discourage it from being within a community or whatever. I was under the impression this might be a particular building or something that's going to kind of take the
City
recovery
attorney
of drug and alcohol.
clarified, there's absolutely nothing, there's no applications, it's not something that's planned. This is to comply with state legislation.
Right, I'm thinking ahead, I guess.
That's right.
Okay.
That's what it is.
If I want to rent out my house.
Any other comments?
Well, I'm done.
If I want to convert my house. I'll
On the
let-
public hearing aspect, any other comments? I'll close the public hearing and now entertain a motion. I'll reopen the public hearing. Why not? Public hearing's back open.
5234 Revo.
What was your name? I'm sorry.
Deborah Greason,
Ms.
52. All right.
Welcome.
Does that, thank you. Does that prevent any of the people in the commercial areas, because that's also part of Westlake, from, let's say, Minto or anybody putting up a structure, an apartment
Again,
building?
this isn't an ordinance to prevent anything. This is strictly an ordinance to comply with state legislation that is forcing us to create a procedure.
Okay,
That's all
so
this is.
define reasonable accommodation to me.
That's under the ADA and I don't have the definition, but there's a lot of litigation over that particular issue.
Okay,
So to answer your question, someone could
right,
operate a commercial establishment.
that's right. Okay.
But that commercial establishment would have to fall under our commercial zoning requirements.
Well, that's where you get the reasonable accommodation request.
So you're saying that would supersede if,
No, I'm not saying that. So
oh,
I'm saying we would have to consider the reasonable application.
okay, all right.
I'm not telling you tonight what supersedes any on a hypothetical question.
Okay.
That's where we need to tread lightly. Okay, closing the public hearing. We've amended the ordinance. Now I would like to entertain a motion to adopt it as amended.
I'll make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-01 as amended.
Second.
We have,
To adopt it as amended?
With the notice.
With the
that's
notice.
the amendment,
That's the
right.
amendment.
we have a motion by Councilman Gleason, a second by Vice Mayor Langowski. Roll call. Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, moving on with new business. We have before us a presentation of the top 3 candidates for the Happy Program Acting City Manager. Provide staff update? Are we gonna do this now, or are we gonna table it till Zoe
I think
comes
you,
back?
wish to reconsider it at a different time.
Okay, does that need to be a table?
No, sir, there's no action
It's no
required because you
action,
can't
okay.
approve anything. You're.
All right, let's
Information.
wait
Yeah.
until the city manager, unfortunately, the city manager is not here. Let's put a pin in this until she's back.
Put a pin in it.
Yeah, put a pin, throw it on the board. All right, we have before us city manager recruitment process, selection of semifinalists. Should we do the same? Or do we want to hear the presentation?
Is Russ here?
Well,
I don't know who's making the presentation.
we have all of the information. We're
Uh,
supposed to narrow it down, I thought.
Yeah, well,
I thought Russ Blackburn was gonna be here, but he's not.
what's the story with this?
So Mr. Blackburn is not here, but if you guys would like, I have all the information. I can go ahead and,
Did he give you any notes or?
yes, which is also included in the packet. So the senior advisors reviewed 19 applications based on the required knowledge and competencies of the city manager position. The recommendations and categories as follows. So they kind of based it off 3. So it was qualified meets all requirements, qualified does not meet all requirements, and not recommended. Would you guys like me to read qualified meets all requirements or all 3?
How many were in qualified meets all requirements?
So we had one.
You've got the, in your backup, there's 1, 2,
It was
3,
7.
4, 5, 6, 7.
But
That'll take me forever to find it in here.
But if I may, currently as of today, it'll be 6. We have somebody that withdrew.
Who is that?
Which one?
Yes, Horace McHugh.
Which, oh, okay.
Yes. So now in your qualified meets all requirements, you guys have Leandre Camel, Mark Cutney, Howard Brown, Peggy Castano, Larry Tibbs, and Michael Jackson.
I'm just
I
gonna
like Michael.
speak candidly. I would not be opposed to interviewing all of the qualified meets all requirements and all of the qualified does not meet all requirements.
Why?
Well, because for instance, Ramsey Buckley, I know that the only, and I dug in, the only requirement that he did not meet was being a former city manager, but he was a county manager and had a budget 10 times the size of Westlake's budget, and he would be qualified. I don't particularly know the reasons why Emmanuel and Robert, but if it's interviewing 3 additional people, I'm not opposed to that.
Oh, Robert withdrew.
Oh, so it's 2 extra people. I'd like to at least interview them.
Which Horace left.
Which ones are you naming to interview then?
So all of the qualified meets all requirements,
With the exception of Mr.
with
McHugh.
the exception of the person who's,
Right.
all
but
of the
that-
willing qualified meets all the
Right.
requirements.
And then the other
And the
ones?
2 qualified does not meet all the requirements.
So that's Ramsey, Robert.
No, Robert withdrew, so it'd just be Ramsey and Emmanuel.
Oh, is Robert withdraw? I thought you said Horace
It
withdrew.
says it on-
No, it says it on this as well.
Cornell withdrew, it says,
On December 22nd.
Oh, yeah, right, okay. And Emmanuel?
and No, Emmanuel, I'd like to interview.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'd also like, it would have been nice to have Mr. Blackburn here. I couldn't figure out why he wasn't, what requirement he didn't meet. So I think, if he's well qualified, we should interview him. I don't see the detriment to having two more people to choose from.
Mr. Mayor, are we going to first get backgrounds done on all these?
Yeah,
Before interviews?
yes.
Okay.
I think we should.
Yes, I agree.
Well, that's what the city manager was looking for us to narrow
Yeah.
the number of names down.
Well.
She was suggesting 5.
4, 5.
I would go with 7.
So the report says that we recommend that each council member review our recommendations and select up to 7 candidates to be considered in the semifinalists.
So that's 7.
We recommend that your selection of semifinalists come from the 2 groups of qualified candidates. The council should then reach a consensus or vote for the city council semifinalists. 7 to 10 candidates. Background checks should be conducted for the semifinalists. After the background checks are received, the city council should meet to select the interview field. So she
All right.
wrote it out.
I'm good with those
Yeah,
7.
so let's run background checks on all 7. And then, further.
There's 8.
Yes, Mayor, just to confirm, it's 8. If you guys want to do all the qualified meets requirements.
4, 5.
7 plus 6 plus 2.
Okay, so it's 8. You're correct. Thank you.
May I ask another question?
Mhm.
Odette, did Zoe have anything else that she wanted mentioned in that?
I don't think in this particular item, I think.
From his first report.
No, I think we just need a consensus on you guys on how many background checks you guys wanted us to go ahead and run.
Yeah, let's do the willing qualified meets all requirements, who are still in the running, who did not withdraw, and the qualified who did not withdraw. So we're gonna background check all the qualified that did not withdraw.
Perfect. And Mayor, if I may,
So it does
and if I may, just one more question, we will also need dates for interviews that you guys will all be available.
That's the more difficult one.
That's gonna be
Mhm.
tough to do from the dais.
Okay.
But it also recommends that we include 2 alternates. So if we just read her report here, she kind of outlined what
Mhm.
she wants us to do. So in the interview field, she's asking that we
I
select,
think 8's enough.
well, just what she's writing.
Well, Councilwoman Leonard, this is actually, Mr. Blackburn's recommendations.
Yeah.
But yes, we also,
And
Me
it's
too.
our procedure.
Recommend.
We get to decide what we're gonna do. I say the 8 is a
What
pretty
is
big
what
field.
is Charlotte asking for?
Well, I'm not asking, I'm just reading the
We add an
recommendation.
additional 2 alternates, which I don't think is.
Okay, it's
necessary.
more of a
She,
withdrawal.
and it wasn't her suggestion, she was reading
Right.
Black's report. Right. If we were gonna narrow the field even more, then adding 2 alternates would make sense, but since we're just taking all the qualified and we're gonna background check and interview them,
Yeah, because you're dipping down into the ones that are not.
yeah, that's
fell in the
already.
Third tier, that
Right.
really weren't qualified.
I'm not willing going into not recommended, let's scratch not recommended,
I would go one with the 8 that you're suggesting.
same.
Okay.
okay,
Can we
thank
get
you.
back to you on dates?
Okay, yes.
Well, can we just explain to the public how this is gonna be done? Because I don't know if this is the way, but what Ms. Burgess explained to me is it would not be a public meeting, that the city council members would all be located in a different part of a building, and we would each interview, we'd have the round robin and interview each of them, and they'd move on to the next person.
Is that the
And we'd all
procedure?
take our notes.
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
Okay,
So we would invite all the candidates after they pass the background check, like Councilman Warner explained, you guys would be all separate and we kind of do a little round robin and things like that.
It would be like a full afternoon or.
Yes, possibly a whole day. Yes, correct. Possibly a whole day.
Probably a day
Yes.
I think it's gonna be at least a day.
Yeah.
with 8 candidates.
Okay, so the city manager did provide the following dates: January 22nd, 23rd,
No, we're-
February 5th, 6th, 12th, and 13th. I don't want to wait a whole other month for us to meet.
No, I
Meet
agree.
Again, another
No,
month
but
after
I think
that.
January, we're in Tallahassee.
So she provided the dates that was based on our council.
Our calendar.
Let me see.
So I provided her.
I could
that
do-
was
I
good,
could do the
23rd,
22nd.
5th, 6th, 12th, and 13th.
I could do the 22nd, not the 23rd.
And then February 5th, 6th, 12th.
Can you just send
13th.
those dates to us and we
I
kind
can
of
take
all?
27.
It's on the item.
Look at my calendar.
I can do the
So-
5th.
I can't do this right here.
Well, let's go through each one of them, each date individually, so we can know whether it's a good one or not.
I need my calendar. I can't do it right now.
You have it, you have your calendar with you or no? Should we take a recess? Yeah, let's do a 5-minute recess to allow Councilwoman Leonard to grab her calendar.
Okay.
We're recessed.
Is that the last item?
No.
No.
Let me go.
Back in session. Recess over. What'd I miss?
We're focusing in on February 6th.
February 6th. It's not good for me. I could do the 5th.
I can do the fifth.
I'm okay with the fifth.
I'm okay with the fifth.
Great.
Is
That was
Hold
easy.
on.
okay with the fifth?
I don't know yet.
He'll get a text in a second.
All right, February 5th.
I got a missed call.
Do the full day?
The whole day?
Yes,
I think it should be the whole day.
yes.
It's 8 people.
People,
Mhm.
30 minutes each probably.
More than you.
Yes, no, Zoe and I will definitely provide you guys with a full timeline of how we're gonna do it, all the applicants and such.
I recommend we come up with an alternate day as well, because all the
Correct.
applicants may not be available on the 5th.
Well, then don't miss
They
out.
don't get a job. If you're getting called for a city manager job, you're gonna
I'm
make
good.
yourself
with
available.
6, 12, and 13.
I say we pick one extra day.
Correct, I agree.
Interview.
And then there's the 6, 12, 13.
February?
I'm not available 13th.
I'm not available.
Hold on. 6, not good.
12.
Nope.
So
My
then we're
wife
going
might be
backwards.
I'm not even in town.
How about the 23rd of January? That was the other date provided.
The 22nd.
The only thing I would caution on is, like Odette brought up, is the timeline of getting the backgrounds back in time to do them.
Can we have them back in time for the,
So it might be like a
Fifth?
30-day.
Well,
You
we'll
might have
definitely
to
start
go.
working on them as soon as tomorrow, right away.
How's March so?
what was the 20, what was wrong with the 22nd?
I'm not good with that,
I'm not either.
but I'm good.
I have a board meeting.
What about the 11th?
These are dates that Zoe provided us.
No, I'm not available on the 11th.
Oh, these are probably days that we're using this building?
Mhm.
No, the office.
We're, our city offices.
I wonder what, okay. 19th,
Of February.
February,
She did not provide that.
25th.
What happened to the 19th?
No, I'm just throwing dates out. I'm good with the 19th.
Another golf day. Are we focusing in on the 19th as a backup?
I think we need to get the date and let Zoe say if it's clear.
Oh, is that not one of the?
That's
That's
one
not-
date, 5, 6, 12, 13.
So why don't,
I'm not, 12 and 13, I'm not even in the country.
we just use the 19th as our backup date, just in case, and
Because
you
it's
could let
not-
us know if
it's
that
not-
works. If not, we could,
Okay.
Okay, so backup
can
date
put-
February 19th?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
put the
treat
19th.
the cities available on the 19th, because it works for the whole council
Okay.
as a backup.
Yeah, so that's.
we could shoot for the 5th and 19th. we get back.
Okay, so I do have a little message here from our acting city manager. She says that dates were provided based on schedules and office availability.
Okay. Ask us if we can accommodate the 19th, possibly.
We don't want to interfere with golf games and stuff, so.
No.
Right.
Okay. City council travel meal expenditure policy.
Sir, you have this, contract with Zambelli.
Fireworks first.
Oh, what is that? How did I miss that? Oh, yeah. The only qualm I have for this, and from what I understand, we still get an incredible deal, is a contract of this size. I'd love to see multiple quotes for.
We've asked for that.
And I know we're in a crunch time. I wanted, and I'll be completely candid, I wanted a drone show. It's our 10th anniversary. It's America's 250th. I wanted a drone show in addition to fireworks. And it's impossible to get a drone company with this lead time. And we started working on it almost a year ago. That being said, I know that we have this contract with Zimbelli because we've used them every year, I'd be very hesitant to say, let's get other quotes, because we can lose them just as quick, and then we'll have no fireworks. As like just a point of privilege, I'd really like us to start getting multiple quotes for these types of things, but I don't want to put this particular July 4th in jeopardy, considering that it's so close.
All right. So
Because I thought the drone show would be amazing. And we can't have one of those.
So question, how long does it take normally for a company to come back to us with a quote?
You gotta get them like a year ahead of time.
Okay.
It's not about the quote. They can quote it in 30 seconds. It's their availability. There's only a certain amount of companies that can do large scale
Okay.
municipal fireworks shows. And you have to book them like multiple years ahead of time.
Okay.
So that's our issue here. I thought the drone show would be the coolest thing in the world. I saw one in Boca and it was amazing. And we could have painted different pictures in the sky of different things and
cool, get a picture of you up there.
something. But yeah,
We have to
so
vote on that.
that being said, I mean, I recommend we move forward with Zimbelli, but and from what I hear from speaking with other cities, we have the greatest deal ever with them. But I'd still love to see it, you know, at least for next year. But that's something we gotta start doing now for next year.
Okay. So we'll make that request for next year.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's up to any other comments or,
Mayor, I'll move approval of the proposed agreement with Zambelli as recommended by staff.
okay. Is this a motion or is this a direction?
Motion.
Okay.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Councilwoman Leonard. Roll call. Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Moving forward, now we have before City Council travel and meal expenditure policy. Thoughts?
Just so you know, Mayor, I brought this forward based on some of the comments at the last commission meeting or council meeting. And I also was advised that this has never been adopted by the council formally. It's been adhered to administratively with the former city manager, but the council's never adopted it formally.
Well, we did.
We did meals.
We have a per diem policy.
You have a per diem ordinance.
Before I talk, I'd like to hear from my colleagues on this.
I don't have any problem with the proposal.
No, I'm good with that. It goes with GSA per diem.
All right, so I hate it. And I'll tell you why. It's not the substance of the policy, it's some of the restrictions. So it states that we have to submit travel 60 days prior. That's very, very cumbersome on us as elected officials, because we don't know, most of the time, we don't know 60 days ahead of time on what the events might be. And any policy that prevents us from representing the city in real time, I think is not in service to the city and doesn't serve those we're representing. So I like the meat of the policy, but some of the dates, right? 60 days, I think, is crazy. Sometimes we don't know for 30 days.
Why don't you recommend it? No.
Hold on, there's more. So additionally, it says, and this is coming from somebody who never just for the record, this is coming from somebody who never submits receipts. I haven't submitted a receipt for a meal in over a year,
You
right?
get reimbursed.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't even submit for the reimbursement. It's difficult. But because I don't sit down and I don't do the form and but me personally. But I think it says, what, 7 days from after the travel?
I think 7 or 10.
So I take issue with that too. It says that you have to submit the receipt within 7 days of travel. I know the majority of this council has other jobs, some of them other companies. I don't know about you guys, but so if I'm at a conference for 5 days, right? When I get home from that conference, I'm spending 5 days catching up. That's 5 days that I wasn't with clients, 5 days I wasn't with my kids. So when I get home from one of these conferences, I'm spending 5 days catching up from that. and it's a 7
Yeah,
days, right?
yeah, right.
Seven calendar days. So I think that's a little like punitive. I don't understand that.
What would you rather see?
Well, hold on. I mean, if Vice Mayor has a burger at a conference, right? And he has the receipt for that burger, that $7 that he spent is the same whether he submits it 7 days from now or 30 days from now. I just don't understand the time constraint. If I drive to Tallahassee and put 1,200 miles on my car, that 1,200 miles I drove for the city is still 1,200 miles, whether I submit a receipt 10 days from now, 15 days from now, or 30 days from now.
So I think it's an accounting issue, just somebody who's worked in corporate and who has to submit receipts. So they can either accrue your expenses, they can give you a dollar amount and accrue it, or they need it for the books to actually, an accounting to track your expenses
I mean,
for that month. So
I know, if we were a publicly traded company, that quarterly reports and all that is that, I would like to hear that from accounting. I just don't understand why we'd have to submit it within 7 days.
I think why don't we do a reasonable time? And then we don't have to
Yeah,
put a
like,
set
why
date
put a
on it,
set time on it
but
to make it.
make it a reasonable, turn it in a
I
reasonable
just-
time and make it a little bit more flexible, huh?
I think it should be up to the city manager.
It should be up
what's
to the city
reasonable.
manager, yeah.
But
And he
you
could put the process.
standards, and I think you can get an exception, but you gotta set a policy. We're saying that, but reasonable for some of us might be 30 days, some of us it might be 60 days. So I think this is just a policy.
That's what I'm saying. I think
There
it
might be
leaves a lot,
To give you.
I think the policy leaves a lot to be decided,
Well, it's
desired.
not, what I'm saying it's not a
there's also-
regulation, it's not an ordinance, it's a guideline.
Yes.
If the purpose of this is to ensure transparency, I think the easiest way to do that would be create a tab on the city's website that says reimbursed elected official expenses, and then we just publish it all to the website, and the city manager can approve or not approve. And again, this is coming from somebody who hasn't submitted for a receipt in over a year, right? This policy, I think, isn't, it does what government does the worst. It creates additional red tape, additional burdens.
I could
and
tell
it's
you
gonna be
working-
kind of counterproductive.
Our policy is similar, except it is a little bit more. You have up to 30 days to submit it.
I think a reasonable amount of time. It's 7 days. I know that,
Well, then
and I
let's,
don't do it now.
let's do
But there are certain,
Yeah, some of the conferences are back to back.
and then also this, I'm all for not recreating the wheel, but there's also some sections in here that refer to a town manager. We don't have a town manager. So I don't know where this was pulled from originally, but
Right.
this that does have to be corrected. It does
And
have to be.
I appreciate city
looked
attorney
over a little bit
for
further.
working on this and putting it together. But I think we need to kind of make it a little more realistic for our city.
all right, let's have the city attorney,
What was your first one? 'Cause you-
Read.
60 days.
60 days.
60 days,
We're-
make it 30 days, but then also add an exception for an emergency.
Yeah, but things on emergencies, and it also doesn't allow for our regular local stuff that we do all the time. The League of Cities is monthly, every single month, and it goes from Boynton to Boca and all these other places. That's not accounted for in here. The Palm Beach County Transportation Planning Authority. This is gonna create so much extra work when I think the intent is to make it easier.
I see what you're saying. This is domestic travel.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is one of those things that government does bad and creates all these extra rules and regulations instead of just having a good policy. The policy should be reasonable meals and travel is reimbursed, and let's throw it on the website for the public to see. That's what it should be. That's a great policy.
Well, I have one other issue with the airline reservations, that I can't fit into a coach seat. My legs tend to be a little longer. So I usually fly premium economy. Well, that's why I mainly fly is premium economy.
I don't have any opposition to that. I think it's.
So can we make a motion to make some recommendations, changes?
Yeah, let's workshop this since we can't discuss. this.
Respectfully,
Let's workshop this.
well, why don't you, when the acting city manager or the new city manager comes on board, sit down with he or she and share your
That's a
thoughts.
good suggestion.
I agree. This, if we adopted it as it is, it's gonna make, we'd be going backwards
All
instead
right.
of forwards.
Move
But
it.
it's an effort to bring it forward for more.
All right, so do I need a motion to
Process.
table?
Yes, sir.
Do I need a
Yes.
Motion to table?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll make a motion to table the city council travel and meal expenditure policy until we have a new city manager.
Correct.
Second.
Okay.
We have a motion, Vice Mayor Langowski, second by Councilwoman Leonard. Roll call. Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Mayor O'Connor.
Yes.
Councilman Werner.
Yes.
Councilman Gleason.
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Excellent. City council comments.
Nope, we have.
We have one more item.
E, we have before us the minutes from our previous city council meeting that were pulled. Oh, that's right, at the request of Councilman Werner. I recall.
Yeah.
Councilman Werner.
Yes, in those minutes, and I'm looking for the paragraph, it happened to be under the waste management discussion, and I'm not seeing the statement in here. Or Mayor, you were calling me out of order for a particular point that I made, and
Let's refresh my memory. I don't know if I was thinking out loud or.
you must have
or
been,
what.
must have been. And can we hold this one over?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't see it in here. Unless, Odette, you can
You can't handle.
find it.
Councilman Werner, I do not have the packet in front of me.
All right, let's hold it over.
But Mayor, may I ask a question?
Sure.
So just going forward, can I have, or
Oh,
city attorney? Just like a consensus on what we can share in the minutes? Like, it would be like a very brief discussion? Do we go into detail just to avoid anything like this in the future?
I don't know, whatever the city attorney's recommendation is.
Well,
I don't, I'm gonna
There-
form my
there-
opinion based on what he says.
the issue before you then really is, are you going to have action minutes or more verbatim minutes?
I think that's-
Action minutes are very brief, concise, and reflects the action taken by the council on any one particular item. It doesn't necessarily engage in or represent the scope of the discussion.
Well, you also lose some of the flavor of the discussion too. When you do just action minutes.
But all the.
That's up
meetings
to
are
you all.
recorded.
Yeah.
So
True.
the flavor's intact in real life, real words. Minutes, I think, are meant to be a synopsis,
No, they're not.
a,
They can be either way.
I don't know. How we usually do it. I wish I knew what the actual item was, then I could tell you how I really feel.
Gary.
You find it? No, I don't remember.
Is this what you're referring to?
No?
Because no, specifically said it was a statement out of order. You don't want to hold it over?
What does that mean? Hold it over.
He wants to bring it to the next.
Table it.
Oh, I don't care.
Something.
Doesn't bother me.
Table it.
Okay.
So why are we tabling it if it's not there?
Because he doesn't,
Finding the spot.
I don't see it in there, and it was in the minutes that were drafted, and I pulled it from the agenda. So I'll have to go back to those minutes.
okay.
You can make a motion.
Yeah, make motion, table it.
I'll move that we table this item till our next meeting.
And just, sorry for the record, we're tabling the adopting of last month's minutes.
Right.
No, this is November 4th.
Right.
November. Got it. Okay. Anybody have a second?
I'll second it.
Have a motion by Councilman Werner, second by Vice Mayor Langowski. Roll call. Mayor O'Connor.
Sure.
Councilman Werner.
Aye.
Yes,
Councilman Gleason,
Yes.
Councilwoman Leonard,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Langowski.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay. Let's move on to city council comments with the conclusion of our agenda. Councilwoman Leonard.
Well, Happy New Year. Not sure if we do a proclamation for the American Heart Month next month. I'm not sure if that was one of our,
Let's add it in.
yes. So I'd
Like
like
that.
to recommend that, and that is all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Gleason, what you got for us?
Happy New Year to everyone. Don't really have much, and I'll see you guys all next week.
Councilman Werner.
Similarly, Happy New Year to the community and to all of you members here on the board. No other questions or comments. I thought we covered a lot of ground today.
Excellent. I agree.
I'll do that. Happy New Year. And that's it for me.
I'll simply close by saying Happy New Year to everyone. And Mr. Farber, I'm disappointed that you thought we could do better for our Christmas. And I'm going to take every one of your suggestions to heart, and we will do better this year.
I put those suggestions in already.
Excellent. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
I do appreciate it. I want us to have great events.
Coming up.
We are moving forward. We will have one.
Oh, may I back up real quick?
Sure.
Sorry. The Education Advisory Board meets this Thursday at 6 PM at the City Council, City and SID building.
Staff reports. We already did the bulk of them. Mr. City Attorney, you got anything for us?
Happy New Year.
Madam Clerk?
Yes, I would like to say something on behalf of our city manager. We have the date for our Spring Fest. That would be March 28th.
Okay. 28th is a Saturday. Excellent. Put it on the calendar. Spring Fest. Let us open up for public comment. The section of the agenda allows for comments from the public to speak. Each speaker will be given 3 minutes to comment. You should have filled out a comment card, but if you didn't, that's okay. Come on up and make your public comments. Let's go over here first.
Oh, Rita.
Dr. Kaplan.
Anita Kaplan, 5459 Santa Rosa Lane. I have an idea. I get in trouble sometimes for my ideas.
What do you got?
The fireworks.
Mhm.
Does that have to come out of the city budget?
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't we get a sponsor?
We get sponsors for Fourth Fest. And then it all, we don't get a specific firework sponsor.
I think for somebody to say fireworks are going to be sponsored by X, Y, or Z. I've heard it done a lot of places.
Yeah, that's a really hard pill to swallow because it's extremely expensive.
PR, marketing,
Yep.
people pay a lot of money for that.
We-
And if you're getting the whole community together and they're getting up, this is probably a leftover from my corporate training and development programs.
Yeah,
But
I think the presenting sponsor, I haven't seen the deck in a while, but I think the presenting sponsor for the whole event is not even the budget for the fireworks alone. But we do take in a lot of sponsorship dollars. Our very first Fourth Fest, we actually had like 98% of the whole event sponsored, including the fireworks.
how much was that?
It's
Oh, including the fireworks?
Yeah, everything.
So
we-
they paid for the
No,
fireworks
no, no,
then?
no. These are all different, because there's all different levels. There's some sponsors 5,000, somebody sponsors 500.
Do we market that somewhere?
Oh, yeah,
Where?
100%.
Online.
Online?
Yeah, we have lots of sponsorship opportunities, and then it all adds up.
I think for people to see $54,000 for fireworks seems like a lot. So
Yeah, we
it's just a
take
thought.
in, I want to say the first year, we took in like 90,000 or so. Don't quote me on any of these numbers because it was a while ago when we did first Fourth Fest. But I think the event, we almost was 100% sponsored. It was like the porta potties. It was like last minute additions that we didn't think about, the insurance on the space
Right.
for 1,000 and then the porta potties for 1,800. So it was almost 100% paid for. And then the event, the size of the event has stayed the same. We've been getting different sponsorship, but you're right, as the city grows, there's lots of opportunity.
Yeah, you talk to a lot of people. I bet you could
Yeah,
find
it's
somebody.
hard to find one person to write that
You
check.
find one company. You don't find one person. You
It's
find.
hard to get a $5,000 sponsorship.
Well, we'll try, won't we?
Yeah,
We certainly try.
Yeah. I mean,
Just an
both-
idea.
both will be on the ground and maybe in a
The
little
city,
while.
I gotta caution any of our elected officials from asking for any money directly,
Right.
but the city and volunteers and the company that we hired, the PR, they're pounding the pavement asking for sponsors. That's how we get the sponsors we have now.
Right.
So, but it's definitely a priority.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your comment.
Good suggestion.
Any other comments before I adjourn?
Just a clarification, before 4829 sent on his way. We pay 54,000 for the fireworks? Okay, what type of contract do we have with them? Like, is there a term?
This
Is
one
it
is
2 year, 3 year?
5,000.
No, it's per year.
It's per year. So we've got no RFPs from anybody else next year.
We have
talking about.
priced it out casually, and we have an amazing deal for the 22 minutes of fireworks that we get.
Okay,
But that was part of our discussion today, that I want to see firm, just if nothing else, to confirm that we have a good deal. But I want to actually see it in writing rather than it be a more casual
so
thing.
this drone show that you're looking for, that's not something that this company provides.
It's not.
How much money would be left to find a company that would do it? No money left.
Yeah, the drone show is even more.
Okay, right, that's,
It's a
of
lot
course it
more.
is, right, no one's doing it for free. And as, going back on what Anita said, have we ever reached out to Minto, Coulter,
Every single one.
every one of them, and to kick in a little?
And they
closer?
do.
They do, okay,
We don't, for the record. The council does
I
not.
get it, right, all right, so, thank you.
Yep. Please, sir, state your name and address for the record.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Theodore Sarandis, 15780 Crestwind Place in Westlake. And I arrived tonight to remind my fellow residents and the mayor, the vice mayor, and the council members that 2026 brings the two most important issues in the 9-year history of the city. Number one, Walmart. Walmart on the table. Walmart would be a terrible choice. Traffic, congestion, and bringing undesirable people into the city. Number two, I attended the county commission hearing today. The massive artificial intelligence complex that the county wants to build adjacent to our beautiful community is up for grabs. And we may not have direct jurisdiction, but I propose a cutting-edge solution, the only fair, reasonable, and above-board way to handle these two massive decisions is for Mayor O'Connor, the vice mayor, the council to approve 2 ballot questions in November. On the November ballot, general election, we vote statewide and down the ballot. Question 1, do the citizens of Westlake approve a Walmart in the city? Question 2, do the citizens of Westlake approve an artificial intelligence complex to be built adjacent to the city? And I understand the legal counsel may have issues. I examined the city charter thoroughly. I could find nothing in there that prohibits the mayor and the council to work with the supervisor of elections to authorize 2 ballot questions in November. Now, keep in mind, my fellow residents especially, we've never had an election in the history of the 9 years of this city. It would be nice if the citizens of Westlake could have an opportunity to vote in November on 2 ballot questions. Do you want a Walmart? Do you want the artificial intelligence facility? And I urge you, Mayor O'Connor, to carry the torch on behalf of the citizens and allow for a free and open election in November with the 2 ballot questions. And if the council does not go forward, then that will send a terrible message to the residents that the council is going to make those decisions, not the residents. And I would urge you to do the cutting edge thing and to get those two questions on ballot for the citizens to vote in November. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Do we have any other comments from the public? Torres.
Alicia Torres, 5847 Whippoorwill Circle. Just a question, since I have all you guys here, does anyone know when ground will break on the section of 60th that belong, just immediately north of Westlake? No? No? Is it that you don't know or there is no date?
We have heard of the day.
Same thing. If you don't know.
Okay, all right. Great, thanks.
Have you heard of the dates?
I did, but I don't know. I don't know what information.
Okay, any other comments or statements from anyone?
Yeah, let's go home.
Okay, I will adjourn at 7:52 PM. Meeting adjourned.
Take care.
Thank you.